All right, guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
And I'm Stella.
And today we are going to be watching The Queen's Gambit, Episode 3, Doubled Pawns. No idea what that means. It's probably some really smart chess term. I am kind of in love with the show and really in love with Anya Taylor-Joy. Yes. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these reactions because this show is absolutely incredible so far. We just left off basically where she totally destroyed in a chess tournament, and then her adopted mom was like, hey, maybe we could make some money and help you skip out on school and stuff. So I don't know, that could go really badly or it could go really well. So far everything's kind of been going really well, so I don't know what to expect at this point. Either way, it's probably going to be incredible, and I just kind of want to get straight into it. So, as always, full-length reactions up with the Patreon. The next week's episode, episode 4, is also up for early access on the Patreon, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you just for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, and let's just get into The Queen's Gambit, episode 3. Alright, guys, welcome to the full-length reaction of The Queen's Gambit, episode 3. We're watching this one on Netflix. I'm just going to give you all a quick countdown here. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Please go well with the mom. Or the new mom.
Well, this is old mom now. And the camera work is so, Oh
my gosh. What is she doing? What? Wait, did she try to kill herself?
I think she might have.
Or is this just a mistake? Like... Oh, no.
She's just swimming to the dock. Because she looked a little too happy at the beginning for me to think that she's there.
Poor kid, man. That's freaky. Oh, this is sick.
I asked for a pleasant room, and I believe they gave me one.
You know. Kinda. I like that Beth does the same thing I do whenever I get into a new hotel room.
Just jump on the bed, of course. Why wouldn't you?
And the time control is 1:20:40.
Oh, okay.
You get 2 hours to make 40 moves.
Thank you for explaining that.
Welcome to Cincinnati.
Thank you.
The room?
Oh,
it's our magazine guy.
Frank. Here, look, I'll show you, all right? This is Kara Khan.
I take the night.
Oh. Ooh.
You're, aren't you that kid from Kentucky who wiped out Harry Beltic?
Also, dude, that is so rude. Take off your hat inside, please.
Like
but he looks so cool. Ooh.
I do. No.
Let me show you how you went with black. What does white do here?
Queen takes pawn.
Queen takes pawn.
That's Mrs. Reshevsky.
Yeah.
From the 30s.
Very good. Margate, 1935.
Wow, he knows his stuff.
What else has he got? When he was your age, little girl? Or even younger?
I also like seeing how much Beth is patient enough to watch. She's not cocky yet. She learns.
Yeah.
Just come through, see some old friends. Playing too many opens, it can only hurt me, you know what I mean? Good luck.
Okay. We need to kick this guy's butt.
Hello.
Hello.
Beth Harmon, where am I playing?
It's table 15 right over there.
Okay.
Beth Harmon.
Shh.
That is the right reaction, my friend.
Oh, man.
Slow down.
Oh, my goodness. What is mom doing in all this?
I know. She's just like luxuriating.
Replaying my earlier games.
What on earth for?
Looking for weaknesses in my play.
I see. And?
There aren't any.
I was gonna say, there's no way there are any. She's too darn good.
That's such a cool shot.
So much more exciting than I imagined.
Did you watch the whole game?
Of course.
Did she?
When he brought out his rook, then took that pawn, I thought you were done for. I should have known better.
Yes, you should have.
Mike, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm Matt.
A pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Are those guys twins or are they the same actor?
I don't know. They
Because
could
if
be
they're
doing
the same
what they,
actor, they're like doing a great job.
like what they did with Armie Hammer and the Social Network kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Happy about being crowded into an ending with a rook, a knight, and 3 pawns.
It's so complicated.
Hey, credit to her for trying to learn though.
And that's check.
And that's me.
Ooh. Yeah.
That makes our total expenses so far $172.30.
Which leaves over $300.
Wow. Okay, good. We're being smart with our money.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Or not.
perhaps you could give me 10%?
Haha.
Let's make it 15%,
Whoa.
which would be $49.54.
She's good at math too, which is an icon.
Oh, and you were marvelous at math.
Yeah, but she really is marvelous. That's cool. That's really cool of Beth. I think she did that. Like, it's cool.
She shows the assurance of a player twice her age.
And like the mom actually seems quite supportive. Like I don't want to, you know, say
No,
that
she
she's
is.
she's being greedy, but
I'm just concerned, but 100% so far she has been being helpful and supportive.
One of the worst colds I've ever seen in a child. The poor...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Lots of liquids.
Yeah, she just has a really bad immune system.
yep.
She has a fever. She won't be back until after the holidays.
I think it's interesting that I think Beth still, you know, values her relationship with her mom, and she still does kind of want that like attention and relationship, because of course she does.
How's your meal?
It's maybe the best Christmas you've ever had.
No, it is beginning.
Oh, see, the thing is that she doesn't really know any better. It's like, I don't know if this is the worst thing, if it's just a sip for your kid, but like she doesn't know.
I find the onion slightly more refined than the olive.
Isn't it intimidating? I mean, when I was a girl, I wasn't allowed to be competitive. No, but you play to win.
Yes, but chess can also be
What?
beautiful.
I was just wondering how you learned to play chess.
Mr. Scheibel taught me.
Oh, gotta give Mr. Scheibel some love.
At Methuen.
A janitor taught you how to play? Really?
When I was 8.
It must have been such a distraction from life in such a depressing place.
It
Very lonely.
what?
I'm fine being alone.
She's very clearly she's trying to get like an emotional answer out of her, so she has good meat for her story.
Of course. She has a narrative that she wants her to fit.
One to protect.
They're just pieces. And anyway, it was the board I noticed first.
The board.
I can control it. I can dominate it. And it's predictable.
Yeah, you understand it.
Art, I only have myself to blame.
Have you ever heard of something called apophenia? Sometimes people with this condition get feelings of revelation or ecstasies.
I mean, maybe that's her. I don't know though.
Well, creativity and psychosis often go hand in hand.
Okay.
You think I'm crazy?
No, of course not.
I think
was
that's
just
enough.
asking.
Good.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
It's after all still a young woman in school. Just like all the other kids her age.
Yes, of course.
Good job, Mom.
Well, chess is a pastime. With others, it is a compulsion, even an addiction.
Okay, come on.
Jeez.
Now and then a small boy appears and dazzles us with his precocity. But what if that boy were a girl?
Oh,
We
wow.
started at the chess club.
In the male-dominated world,
That's so sweet.
she is quiet, well-mannered, and out for blood.
I mean, okay.
It's mostly about my being a girl.
Well, you are one.
Shouldn't be that important. They didn't print half the things I said.
Yeah, and to be fair, it seems like the chess world isn't even making that big of a deal of it.
Yeah.
Did you ever think maybe it's the drinking that's making me sick?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Maybe.
I flirted with alcohol most of my life.
Well, that's maybe why you're...
I think it's high time I consummated the relationship.
I am sorry. I love all of the outfits in this movie.
The outfits,
Like, and I think it's probably just
hair.
period accurate, but like the men's clothing, the women's clothing, it's just so sick.
Ooh. The popular
That's
girl
a
always has the
beautiful
big house.
That's beautiful.
But now that my rating's up to 1,800, I hope to go to Las Vegas to play in the US Open next month.
Oh, yeah.
Are they good looking? Do you date any of them? Is there anyone you've met that you'd like to trade Brooks with or whatever?
I mean, I trade Brooks all the time, but it's not...
Oh, no, Beth.
I bet you do.
Every time we meet.
Oh, yeah.
As someone who didn't have a lot of, like, any girlfriend groups growing up, this is the most accurate representation of what it felt like. Like, the awkward feeling of just like, oh, wait, there are all these, like, rituals that I don't understand.
Oh, no. Beth.
What did she steal?
Oh, jeez.
There may be some tears.
Oh,
No! That is a really cool shot.
And the slow zoom. Whoa. That's so cool.
I'm excited for
look at
Las
this.
Vegas. I mean, I've never been there, so
I would
I
go
don't
to
know what
Vegas
it's like.
if it looked like this. Dude, the music's all jazzy.
I expect James Bond to, like, pull up.
This is so sick.
Oh my gosh, the clothes are so weird.
Dude, even the lighting, how it's like a little bit blown out to really communicate the like sunny Vegas sort of feel. Everything's a little bit bright and...
That is you.
It's our handsome man with the great hair.
Speaking of guys we want to trade rooks with.
Oh, but he was like much older than her, I remember.
I thought we might bump into each other when I saw your name on the tournament list.
I even paid the fee, but my mother got sick. And I didn't want to come alone.
Sure, right? I could do a half page on you for the Sunday paper. Won't be as big a deal as life.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
In your room.
Okay. Be careful, Beth.
I kind of can't forget that when he met her, she was like 16, 14, 15, however old.
May I?
Oh, yeah, just toss him.
I wasn't ready.
You look great. Say, Rui Lopez.
Do you want me to play?
Sure. Like to move. I slow down.
She's gonna finish the game before the photo shoot's over.
You've grown up, Harmon. You've even...
See, that's creepy. That's very creepy.
Everyone calls me Towns. Maybe that's why I call you Harmon instead of Elizabeth. Oh, hi. Roger. Beth Harmon, this is Roger Dion.
Harmon, the chess prodigy.
Okay.
Let's play chess.
Okay.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay, the thing is though, I can't tell if Beth was like uncomfortable or she was like just... Well...
I don't know. She's just... I feel like she's so good at what she does, but then every once in a while there's a moment where I'm reminded, oh, right, she's still so young.
She's still
very,
young,
like,
yeah.
has a lot of emotional maturing to do.
I suppose you've never had beer.
I mean...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Not so fast.
Now you're even. Now I'm even.
Oh, jeez.
I'd
like another.
You know what I love so much about the show? It's so quiet.
Yes.
It doesn't feel the need to be loud. Everything that it communicates very quietly, very subtly.
Even just the gradual hints at like drinking a little bit more or drugs a little bit more. It feels so realistic. I like how they... That's how these things actually happen.
I read about a game he played in Copenhagen. A draw against Nydorf. It was in 1948.
Dang,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
so he matches her level of, like, child prodigy.
Yeah, he is also a prodigy, yeah.
There is one player that scares me.
Who?
The Russian.
He's just got a scary face.
Really?
You're Beth Harmon.
That's right, she is.
I saw the piece in Life.
We met a couple of years ago in Cincinnati. Didn't meet, but we spoke. I needed to get the rook out.
But she didn't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but he does, because...
Your problem is your queen night.
I don't want to set it up and think it out.
Wow. I think she's finally met somebody who can call her on...
I
Or,
know.
like, can find her flaws.
I also wonder if that, like, whole your problem is your queen night will be important. I'm going to be staring at the queen's night in every game from now on to be like, is it actually her weakness?
I was so proud of myself when I found an error in a Morphe game, and now someone's done it to me.
Stop thinking about what might have happened in the past and get some sleep.
That's fair.
Also, what an unsanitary place to keep them in that disgusting, like, little toothbrush cup. I hate that.
But it's like always where she's kept them, which I kind of
Yeah.
like that feeling of ritual to it. Oh man, come on, Beth. Come on, come on, come on. I'm so worried we're gonna lose here.
This is so cool. She's, oh my gosh. This show, guys.
Look in her eyes, you can see it. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. I like how neither of them really hesitate anymore, whereas before Beth was. Come on, Beth.
Again, I love watching people be good at things.
Yes. And an epic piano soundtrack helps too. Dude, I'm literally so anxious right now, it's not even funny.
Me too.
Okay.
I thought he could hear my heart beating and know how panicked I was.
I think he can hear my heart beating.
I know, mine too. I'm like gripping the sides of the chair.
Come on, if you get him.
He might have his own counter plan. He might have his own counter plan.
I went into that game with a perfect score.
Did we,
I wanted to hammer his weaknesses. I wanted to show that fucking pirate that I could beat him, even though I didn't play the way he thought.
Yeah, she didn't win.
And he captured my center pawn, my protected pawn, the pawn that had held his queen to her corner for most of the game. And then I saw what it meant. With the pawn
Whoa, look at this. Wow.
on the open diagonal. I could protect my retreating knight by moving one of the rooks
This
over,
camera shot
but
is
the protection
beautiful.
wouldn't last. The more I looked, the worse it all became. Caught me completely off guard. It was brutal. It's the kind of thing I did to other people. I needed a counter threat. A move that would stop him in his tracks, but there wasn't any. I thought maybe I could trade my way out of it if he attacked too fast, but he was careful.
Yeah.
Who was I now?
I love this so much. I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, dude, listen to the violin music.
I think that might be like a cello or something. Is it violin?
Or cello, sorry. String music.
Tough game.
I think he means that.
Yeah.
I made some inquiries. The Open Championship is often shared.
I didn't see what he was doing.
But Beth, you have to realize that this comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Nobody can.
You don't know anything about chess.
I know what it feels like to lose.
Please, let's not fight.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I know how badly you wanted to beat Benny.
Yeah. Not the amazing musical montage.
I love this song so much.
Look
at her.
Ooh, I love that ending. Okay.
What the heck, Stella? This is amazing.
It's so good. What the heck? Okay.
Oh, that was an incredible. That ending got me.
Yeah, music. I don't know. Period music is always like music from the 60s is always very nice, and it sets the scene really well. And there's like a lovely contrast between like this calmness of the music, and then there's so much tension in the context of the show.
But it's also people, I think, I love when people use music in movies, but then I'm also really critical because lots of people are really lazy with it. Where they're like, look, we paid for the copyright of this song and we're just going to play it over this thing and that's going to be cool.
Use the really sad song that makes everyone cry to make you cry during the moments when you're supposed to cry rather than the filmmaking itself doing the job. But I think they do the job and the song is just the cherry on top.
Exactly. Like it should be. Yeah, I don't know. What did you think? That was an amazing episode.
That was it was actually, I was surprised by how short it was. That was a lot shorter than the other episodes.
That is true.
I kind of liked because it felt like a really good stepping. I feel like we're kind of getting into the swing of things. Like we had a bit of a long introduction with those first 2 episodes, but
I think it was necessary though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the way that they're doing everything, and the subtlety of it all is just kind of mind-blowing. Now, apparently, a lot of people were saying that it's pretty darn accurate to the book.
Okay.
Which makes sense, because I've heard very good things about this book, even aside from the show. And I think that... I think... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misidentifying them. There are definitely some times where you hear a few lines where you're like, wow, that's a book line. Like, that was incredible. But I love the subtlety of everything. I love the subtlety of seeing Beth and like you were saying at the party where it's like, I mean, I related to that too, where you're just in a different space in your life than these people.
Yeah.
And she's like achieving these big things and kind of like weirdly old, like she is doing more, let's call it adult things, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's playing with an adult. She's playing with adults. She's a professional, right? She's not really a kid.
Yeah, she's professionally playing chess. She's running her career, right? And so she just doesn't kind of relate to that. And I like that. I think it's cool. And I think you definitely find out that around her, like the way that she talks about chess too, being able to understand it. It's almost like this is the one thing that she does get, and she doesn't really get people or doesn't always understand all these other sorts of things. But chess, it's like she knows chess and it's predictable.
Yeah.
Like she was saying, which is super cool. Yeah, I don't know. What did you think of the mom?
I don't know. I'm so torn. I want her to get help. I just want her to get her own help. But like Beth can't help her. Beth barely knows, Beth barely knows how to help herself, let alone help her mom. I cannot remember her mom's name for the life of me. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Starts with an A.
It's so like beautifully done though, because I like how she's not a wreck. Like
no, she's not. She's still keeping it together.
I think she loves Beth. I think she truly does love Beth. I think she is looking out for her. I think that like last 10 seconds of that episode right there, it's like, you talk about being able to spend a moment in silence with someone that you care about, and that shows how close you are. And that's what that was right there. It's like this beautiful moment. And I think she does care about Beth, and she is trying to give her guidance and is trying to look out for her. Even when she hurts her and stuff like that. Yeah. But then it's also just like, life sucks. Things are complicated. She's not always making the right calls because she has some of her own problems.
Yeah, because she doesn't really know what to do.
I love that we see that. Yeah, and same with Beth. It's like Beth is making some bad calls, but she almost just doesn't know any better. And that's what she's seen, right? Like that's what she's seen growing up with her mom is seeing other people handle their problems just like that.
Yeah, and I think her adoptive mom is almost like Beth if Beth didn't have any talent, if Beth didn't have this gift, right? that she doesn't have the gift to fall back on. She just had, like, she has the alcoholism, and she's a smoker, and she's relying on substances to kind of get her through her day, and she's been through the trauma of losing her husband, and but minus the talent, so she's not in the spotlight, you know, which I can't tell you which is more dangerous, you know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, to be honest, I think the smoking is just a 60s thing, because I think kind of everybody smoked that much back then.
Yeah, but she's coughing all the time, and it's definitely not.
That's true.
And the pills that she's taking, like, they're very similar, and there's this weird, like, I can't say, what's the opposite of symbiosis?
Yeah.
Like symbiotic destruction.
It's this weird thing, I think, too, where it's like when you are successful and incredible, like incredibly talented and incredibly skilled, like Beth is, and incredibly successful, it's easy to hide what we would say as like you know, like if you saw a regular person on the street and they were really struggling with drinking and really struggling with drugs, you know, that would stand out more, and you would say, look, this is something that you need to get help for and work on. But when you're being like uber successful, it's really easy to hide behind the hyper success, to hide kind of almost those more like menial faults, when in reality, I feel like they have to be addressed at some point. And I feel like that's going to play into Beth and her downfall or whatever this might be. I don't know. I feel like it's a time bomb ticking away. And if her mother isn't around for much longer, I actually do think she's really going to run into some problems.
Oh, for sure.
People, because her mom does look out for her, and she does really care for her, and has helped her in all of this, despite her faults. It's like nobody's perfect, and I like that they show that, but I also like that she's not the big baddie. She's not this evil person. She's
she isn't
human.
a villain.
Yeah.
I think there's also there's a bit of like conflating fame and conflating success with the need to try everything. Do you know what I mean? It's like the people who think they need to try every kind of drug just because they can. Because we're famous, we're rich, we're able to afford to do all these crazy things. And like going to clubs, going to Las Vegas, gambling, like we can afford to do it, so we have to do it. And I can see her adoptive mom kind of doing that with, like, she's ordering another drink, and they're spending money on the food and spending money on fancy dinners. And I think the problem is, to a certain point, when those two things become synonymous in your mind, and you think, well, success equals living lavishly, and living lavishly equals an excess of whatever it may be, you fall into a pattern where you don't feel successful if you're not doing that.
It's the whole idea of, like, just because you can doesn't mean that you should.
Yeah.
You know, it can does not say whether you should or not. And I don't know, dude. It's just really well done, and the whole thing with Benny and the way that that's all done, and I think his character to me is fascinating.
I know.
I thought I was going to hate him so much more. I love his character.
I kind of want 2 hours of his backstory now as well. Like, well, how did he get there?
Seriously, because I think that he's not as like douchey as I thought he was going to be. To be honest, He seems like a prodigy, and he seems like a product of that. And I think he does know his stuff. And I don't think he's trying to be cocky or. It's almost like he's kind of earned a little bit of that ability to go up to somebody and correct them, because he's just good. He's just the best. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like it comes from a place of like pride or like, oh, I'm playing mind games with you. He just, I don't know. Everything about it is so cool. And I like how he dresses like he's out of a Western.
I know. It's so weird.
Cool. No, but like it adds to everything. So they're playing this chess game, and he like throws his coat back, and it's like, oh, it just feels like this duel, and it's so cool. And I like seeing the way Beth's mind works, where it's almost like her genius is also her downfall. It's like that same thing that is going to irk her to her wit's end because she lost, is the same thing that makes her as good as she is.
Yeah.
Because she is like a little bit obsessive about it, and you have to be the best. You have to be obsessive, but it's that double-edged sword where she is so obsessive that this mistake, which she should learn to brush off because she's gonna lose, that's what's gonna happen when you compete at a competitive, at like a professional level. Even if you are the best, you're still gonna lose. I don't know if she's gonna be able to let it go. I don't know. It's interesting. So yeah, I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below, please. We're gonna be having some crazy discussions about this show. And yeah, as always, full-length reaction is going to be up on the Patreon. The next episode, episode 4, is also going to be up for early access on the Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you just for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, and if you do, we will see you all in the next video.